Hi all, this is the updated guide to the Wailing Caverns Pet Battle Dungeon. If this is your first time doing the dungeon, you can pick up the quest from Leo the Lioness in the Magical Menagerie in Dalaran. For the first time doing this quest, you will have to make your own way to the Barrens to enter the Pet Battle Dungeon. However, for future visits, if you've completed the dungeon, you can simply talk to the Manapoof in the Magical Menagerie, who will then offer you teleportation to the Wailing Caverns. Muyani, the NPC you need to talk to enter the dungeon and hand in your quest, is located near the Wailing Caverns instance, so make your way to the Barrens and head to the location on the map. Just look for the Skull Rock on your map. Muyani is located in a room inside the left eye socket. Once there, hand in your quest. Muyani will then offer you a new quest to complete the dungeon. Upon completing this quest, you will be awarded an Ultimate Battle Training Stone, which lets you level any pet to level 25. You will also then be able to use the portal from the Manapoof in Dalaran. For the first time doing the dungeon, you will be allowed to heal your pets throughout the instance. However, the next time, on challenge mode, healing your pets is not allowed, so make sure you heal up before you enter. Once you've completed the dungeon the first time on normal mode, Muyani will then offer you a weekly quest to complete the dungeon. Once completed, you will be awarded a damp pet supplies bag. This bag has a chance of dropping one of the three following pets: a Cavern Moccasin, an Everliving Spore, or a young Venom Fang. Also, upon completing the dungeon for the first time in challenge mode, you will be awarded the Son of Skum pet. Now that all that's out of the way, let's get into the dungeon. All the battles in this dungeon are the same for challenge mode and normal mode. The only difference being you can't heal your pets in challenge mode. Rematch strings for all these fights will be in the description. There are two ways you can do stage 1 of this dungeon. The first way I'm going to show you is having a team full of Emerald Proto-whelps or Dream Whelplings, or a mix of the two. This can usually be completed with one, so if you don't have more than this, don't worry. Each whelp will need Emerald Bite, Emerald Presence and Emerald Dream. For the 3 battles in stage 1, you will follow the same priority system. Use Emerald Presence at the start, and then refresh this with 1 round remaining. Use Emerald Dream when you get to around 1000 health, and Emerald Bite to fill. This way can take quite some time, but it's very safe to do. An alternative method, and my preferred one, is using the 3 following pets. Depending on which pet you're fighting against, these 3 pets will go in different orders. If you're fighting against the Deviate Smallclaw, you will need your Alarm Bot in the first slot, with Alert, Interrupting Jolt and Decoy. In your second slot, an Emerald Proto-whelp, with Emerald Bite, Emerald Presence and Emerald Dream. And in your final slot, a Mechanical Axebeak with Slicing Wind, Flyby and Liftoff. All of these abilities will be the same for the first 3 fights, just the order of your pets will change. So against the Deviate Smallclaw, start with your Alarm Bot and cast Interrupting Jolt. Now follow this with Alert until the Deviate Smallclaw is defeated. The remaining 2 pets in the back row can be any combination of Deviate Smallclaws, Deviate Flappers or Deviate Chompers. So if the next pet to enter the battle is another Deviate Smallclaw, you would keep your Alarm Bot in and use Interrupting Jolt and cooldown, Alert to fill and maybe to decoy if you feel like it. If a Deviate Flapper entered the battle like it did here, you should swap to your Emerald Proto-whelp and cast Emerald Presence and keep this active, Emerald Dream if your health gets below 1000 and Emerald Bite to fill. If a Deviate Chomper entered the battle, you would swap to your Mechanical Axebeak and use Flyby followed by Liftoff and then Slicing Winds to fill. And follow this priority till the remaining 2 pets are defeated. For the Deviate Chomper, we want our Mechanical Axebeak in our first slot with Slicing Winds, Flyby and Liftoff. For one of the 2 remaining slots, you want your Alarm Bot with Alert, Interrupting Jolt and Decoy, and your Emerald Proto-whelp in your remaining slot with Emerald Bite, Emerald Presence and Emerald Dream. So starting against the Deviate Chomper, you would have your Mechanical Axebeak use Flyby followed by Liftoff. And then if needed, Slicing Winds to finish off the Chomper. The remaining 2 pets in the back row can be any combination of Deviate Smallclaws, Deviate Flappers or Deviate Chompers. If the next pet to enter the battle was another Deviate Chomper, keep your Mechanical Axebeak in the battle and cast Flyby followed by Slicing Winds. If at any time your pet's getting low on health, feel free to swap in your Emerald Proto-whelp. If a Deviate Smallclaw entered the battle, swap to your Alarma bot and use Interrupting Jolt followed by Alert. If a Deviate Flapper entered the battle, bring in your Emerald Proto-whelp, use Emerald Presence and keep this active, Emerald Drain when you are around about 1000 health, and Emerald Bite to fill. And finally, going against the Deviate Flapper, you will want your Emerald Proto-whelp in the first slot, again with Emerald Bite, Emerald Presence and Emerald Drain, and your two remaining slots, again your Mechanical Axebeak and Alarma bot with the same abilities. Start with your Proto-whelp. At this point you'll probably be low on health, so use Emerald Presence followed by Emerald Drain. If you don't need to heal, use Emerald Bite instead, and now just simply use Emerald Bite until the Deviate Flapper is defeated. The remaining two pets in the back row can be any combination of Deviate Smallclaws, Deviate Flappers or Deviate Chompers. If a second Deviate Flapper entered the battle like it did here, continue with your Emerald Proto-whelp, keep Emerald Presence active, use Emerald Drain when needed and Emerald Bite to fill. If a Deviate Smallclaw entered the battle, swap to your Alarma bot and use Interrupting Jolt followed by Alert. If a Deviate Chomper entered the battle, bring in your Mechanical Axebeak, use Flyby followed by Lift Off and then Slicing Winds if needed. Your Proto-whelp is pretty tough against all three of these pets, so even if your Alarma bot and Mechanical Axebeak are defeated, your Proto-whelp should still be fine and finish off the fight, as shown in the video in the corner where I used one Proto-whelp to defeat all three battles. Once stage 1 is finished, we move on to stage 2 and fight against the Son of Skum. For this fight, you will need a Axebeak Hatchling with Falcasaur Swarm, Wild Winds and Predatory Strike. In your second slot, an Emerald Proto-whelp with Emerald Bite, Emerald Presence and Emerald Drain. And in your final slot, any other backup pet. Another Emerald Proto-whelp or Dream Whelpling will work well here, and Anubisath Idol works pretty well as backup as well. Start with Falcasaur Swarm. Once Falcasaur Swarm is finished, cast Predatory Strike. Son of Skum will use Stone Shield, so your Falcasaur Swarm will no longer do any damage to him, so don't use it again. After your Predatory Strike is hit, just use Wild Winds until the Son of Skum is defeated. Once the Son of Skum is defeated, the two remaining pets will be random just like in stage 1. So this will be any combination of Deviate Flappers, Deviate Smallclaws or Deviate Chompers. Do whatever damage you can with your Axebeak Hatchling before it is defeated, and when it is, bring in your Emerald Proto-whelp. Cast and keep Emerald Presence active, use Emerald Drain at around 1000 health and Emerald Bite to fill. Once you've defeated the Son of Skum, we progress to stage 3. The first battle in stage 3 is against Phyxia. For this you will need a Darkmoon Tonk with Missile, Shotgun Door and Lock On, and in the remaining two slots your Emerald Proto-whelp with Emerald Bite, Emerald Presence and Emerald Drain, and your second backup pet. Start with your Darkmoon Tonk and cast Lock On. Phyxia will use Burrow and be unattackable anyway. Follow this with Shotgun Door. Now use Lock On again for the second time so that it hits. Now simply use Missile until Phyxia is defeated. Once Phyxia is defeated, we again get our random 2 backline pets. Do whatever damage you can with your Darkmoon Tonk before it is defeated. Your health will likely be pretty low, so it's probably not worth using Lock On to charge and then hit again. So I'd recommend just using Shotgun on cooldown and Missile to fill. If and when your Darkmoon Tonk is defeated, bring in your Emerald Proto-whelp and clean up the rest of the pets. Once Phyxia is defeated, we move on to Dreadcoil. For this you will need a Bloodgazer Hatchling with Slicing Winds, Falcasaur Swarm and Predatory Strike. In your second slot, an Emerald Proto-whelp with Emerald Bite, Emerald Presence and Emerald Dream, and then any other backup pet in your third slot. Start with Falcasaur Swarm. When Falcasaur Swarm is finished, cast Predatory Strike. And now you can either use Falcasaur Swarm again or just use Slicing Wind. It's entirely up to you. Slicing Wind is probably the better option. Once Dreadcoil is defeated, do whatever damage you can to the 2 remaining random pets before your Bloodgazer is defeated. Once your Bloodgazer is defeated, bring in your Emerald Proto-whelp to finish up the fight. Again, use Emerald Presence and keep this active. Use Emerald Dream when you get around 1000 health, and use Emerald Bite to fill. Once Dreadcoil is defeated, we move on to the third and final fight of Stage 3, which is Vilefang. For Vilefang you will need an Iron Starlette with Wind Up, Toxic Smoke and Supercharge. And then again in your second slot, an Emerald Proto-whelp with Emerald Bite, Emerald Presence and Emerald Drain, and in your final slot, your second backup pet. Start with your Iron Starlette, cast Wind Up to charge. Followed by Supercharge, and then Wind Up to hit. This will finish off Vilefang. Once Vilefang is defeated, do whatever damage you can to the 2 remaining random pets with your Iron Starlette before it is defeated. Once your Iron Starlette is defeated, bring in your Emerald Proto-whelp to finish up the fight. Again, use Emerald Presence and keep this active. Use Emerald Dream when you get around 1000 health, and use Emerald Bite to fill. Once you've defeated the third and final pet of Stage 3, we move on to Stage 4 where we fight against Hiss. For Hiss, you will need a Snowfeather Hatchling with Falcasaur Swarm, Crouch and Predatory Strike. In your second slot, Lil'Bling with Smack-That.exe, Extra Plating and Make It Rain. And in your final slot, again your Emerald Proto-whelp just as backup with Emerald Bite, Emerald Presence and Emerald Dream. Start with your Snowfeather Hatchling and cast Crouch, followed by Falcasaur Swarm, once Falcasaur Swarm is finished, cast Predatory Strike, and then cast another Falcasaur Swarm. Your Snowfeather Hatchling will likely be defeated on the next round. When it is, bring in your Lil'Bling and cast Smack-That.exe. Due to the Shattered Defenses debuff being active from Falcasaur Swarm, this will likely finish off Hiss. Once Hiss is defeated, just clean up the 2 remaining pets with your Lil'Bling, cast Extra Plating and then use Smack-That.exe. Unless you get some crazy bad RNG, your Lil'Bling should finish off the 2 remaining pets. If one of the 2 random pets you get is a Deviate Flapper, use Make It Rain, only against the Flapper though. Once this is defeated, we move on to Stage 5. Here we need to defeat 2 growing Ectoplasms. For the first one, you will need any combination of 2 Nexus Whelplings or Stormbourne Whelplings, both with Tail Sweep, Mana Surge and Arcane Storm. If you have one, you can use a Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling here with Breath, Thunderbolt and Decoy. And in your final slot, your good old Emerald Proto-whelp with Emerald Bite, Emerald Presence and Emerald Dream. You have a couple of options on this fight. You can either cast Arcane Storm followed by Mana Surge, like I did here, or you can just simply cast Tail Sweep. Tail Sweep is probably the better option though. If using the Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling, start with Decoy and use this on cooldown, and then just use Breath until your Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling or the growing Ectoplasm is defeated. When your first Whelpling is defeated, bring in your second, and then just spam Tail Sweep until the growing Ectoplasm is defeated. Once the growing Ectoplasm is defeated, do whatever damage you can with your current pet before it is defeated, and then if needed, bring in your Emerald Proto-whelp to finish up the fight. Again, use Emerald Presence and keep this active, use Emerald Dream when you get around 1000 health, and use Emerald Bite to fill. For the second Ectoplasm, we'll be using a Scourged Whelpling with Shadow Flame, Death and Decay, and Plagued Blood, and then in your 2 remaining slots, one an Emerald Proto-whelp with Emerald Bite, Emerald Presence, and Emerald Dream, and your final pet, a Teroclaw Hatchling with Alpha Strike, Dodge, and Nature's Ward. Start with your Scourged Whelpling and cast Plagued Blood. And now simply use Shadow Flame until your Scourged Whelpling enters its undead round. When your Scourged Whelpling enters its undead round, reapply Plagued Blood. Once the undead round is finished, bring in your Teroclaw Hatchling. Start with Nature's Ward, followed by Dodge, and now use Alpha Strike until the growing Ectoplasm is defeated. Once the Ectoplasm is defeated, you can use your Teroclaw Hatchling to finish up the fight. Use Dodge on cooldown, refresh Nature's Ward with 1 round remaining, and Alpha Strike to fill. If you're unlucky with some bad RNG and your Teroclaw dies, bring in your Emerald Proto-whelp to finish up the fight. Once you've defeated the second Ectoplasm, we move on to the final stage of the dungeon, where we will battle against the budding, ever-living Spore. For this you will need an Ikky with Savage Talon, Black Claw, and Flock. Your 2 backup pets are optional. Beast pets take less damage from the ever-living Spore's AoE attacks, so I went with the Zandalari Kneebiter with Hunting Party, Black Claw, and Bloodfang. And although I've got a Spider in my final slot here, I'd recommend taking an Anubisath Idol instead. Start with your Ikky and cast Black Claw followed by Flock. Once Flock is finished, cast Savage Talon until the budding, ever-living Spore is defeated. Now you just need to finish off the 2 remaining random pets. Do whatever damage you can with your Ikky before it is defeated. And now depending on what you brought as your backup pet, if using the Zandalari Kneebiter, use Bloodfang on cooldown, especially when the Shattered Defenses debuff is active on your opponent's team. Otherwise use Black Claw followed by Hunting Party. If using the Anubisath Idol, keep Stone Skin active, use Crush to fill, and keep Deflection to avoid any hard hitting abilities. Once you've completed that fight, just right click your name and go to Leave Instance Group. This will take you back out to Muliani where you can hand in the quest. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.